Thanks.
We are back in business. We're live.
Back in the saddle again.
No, did that crazy sound?
Are we technically live until we hit the button?
Oh,
No, you're right.
sorry. A little bit behind.
Yeah.
I'm just thrown off because of the timing. And no, there's a reason. So we'll let people get in. We are coming to you live. That's not my fault. No, I actually
don't even know either. So I'm actually hearing for the first time.
Lee is doing an incredibly kind gesture for me. So my wonderful wife and I can take off a little bit early today.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be celebrating 23 years of marriage. Yeah. So, it's not an official anniversary today. It's 12.
Yeah. Is it 23?
23 years. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And I'm married in
1999. Party like it's 19.
If I'm doing the math right, I'll be really embarrassed if I try to butcher that.
Oh no. I'm just thinking.
That's awesome. Married for 2.
Married for a good chunk. You've been married for?
We'll be 22 this year too. Yeah.
So we're all double digits. I'm coming up on 11.
I can't believe she's put up with that.
I know.
It shows that we've all married very patient, wonderful wives.
Oh my goodness.
Jen, I love you. But yeah, Lee proactively did a very kind thing, and he's like, let's move the podcast earlier so we can.
It was a team effort.
Thank you.
Stephen was in on that too.
Not that I don't want to talk to community and stuff, but I love my wife more.
Oh yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
Truth in action. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people already chatting. Sweet spot.
Hello, everybody. Got 32 people here.
Nice. Hey, Jesse, congratulations on graduating high school. That's a pretty cool thing.
Is it Jesse or Josh that's graduating?
Jesse. Josh is the younger one, right?
No, Josh is the older one.
Josh is, I thought Jesse was the older one.
Hey, Jesse, correct us.
Jesse,
But
Josh.
we got the graduation invite.
Yeah. Is it Josh?
That was Josh.
It might be Josh.
Okay, so it looks like it sounds horrible.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Which one?
Very echoey. Everything.
Echoey.
Oh, I bet you I know what it is.
What you got?
That's not it.
No, that's not. How?
Mute mic.
No, don't mute the mic.
Well, this is awkward.
It sounds good. Here, grab that thing out there.
This thing?
Yeah. So is this need to be muted?
Let us know. Yeah, is there a thing on there?
Hello. No,
That's good. Oh, we'll try to fix this.
yeah.
In the meantime, we found out that it is Josh.
It is Josh.
Yeah.
His graduate. I apologize. So
No, it's they're both awesome. Josh and Jesse knew.
Josh and Jesse.
They come out weekly, sometimes multiple times a week with their awesome families, and they fly in. They are the most incredible little inventors. They built John's planes, but I believe it was Josh took it down to like 40% and put 2 little gremlin motors on it.
Wow.
And it was awesome. So really great. Hopefully we're getting this.
Yeah, hopefully we're getting this resolved here.
If you mean by getting it resolved, me staring at the board, not knowing what to do, I don't know.
There's only one consistent on Flite Test, and that's something called technical difficulty.
Right.
I'm gonna go on my computer on my end, then where I made it.
Okay. You go do that.
Keep it real fast.
Maybe it's Stefan's fault.
That's all my fault.
No, so we apologize over getting that. So
Sounds like you're in this location. Okay.
a distant location. So like,
We'll just keep it until someone goes fast.
yeah.
No.
Hello. How about that? Does that work? Push the red button. I actually
You literally just, I think I'm muted now.
No, you're muted. Hello. Oh, it's nothing, huh?
Don't think speech from the board is selected. I love the fact that we have people that know what's about this. You said defeat from the board.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is. No, I know what it is. Right now.
Is this better or worse? Let's see if that works.
No, it is.
We're good. That's what it was.
Yes.
Lee, you can do it. All right.
All right. How's that now?
A little bit better, friends?
It should be better.
Way better. Awesome. Hey, good job, Lee. And friends, thank you for helping us fix our problems in life.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna punch Stefan.
why?
How we doing? How's that?
It's all fixed.
It's fixed.
Yeah.
You got so when you set this up here, you got to go down to the settings.
Yeah.
Go to audio, and then select this board. What it was doing, it was picking us up through the camera.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
It's called winning.
Hey, you know what? You know what I say about that?
Redo.
There we go. It's ridiculous.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Man.
Oh,
So, congratulations, Josh New, on your
yeah.
your graduation.
Yes.
Steve
Yeah.
Roseman says, "Wow, when did Lee become the technical one? Nice job." Hey, good work.
It's kind of slim pickings at some point.
Adapt and overcome, right, Lee?
Yes.
That's
so-
a true
Yes. That's
Yeah.
it.
So, that's great. We worked out a lot of things right now then.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
boy, last night was special.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got to do some fun
A
stuff.
little behind the scenes, and you guys are going to get to see this on Friday or Saturday. Stefan, which one is it? When are we releasing our episode?
This week's episode will be done either
Should be asking myself.
Friday afternoon or Saturday afternoon,
Okay.
depending on how the editing process goes.
Yeah.
Everything else should be good to go. But yeah, so either Friday around 11:30 or Saturday at 11:30.
Love it. Love it. Well, and the cool thing about this coming episode is it was actually inspired by a community member. And
Yep.
I keep trying to remember his first name.
Brian Phillips.
Brian Phillips.
Yeah.
You're awesome. And did you got to meet his family when they came out to Wings?
Yeah. They came out and
It was amazing. So long story short, Brian recommended that we drop a Tesseract from the Flurkin.
Mhm.
And that started this whole snowball thing of rolling that ultimately made us build a 7-foot Flurkin to drop a Tesseract from. And
on
we
a
did-
tank.
On a tank. And
So it's destroyed.
I am so happy that I was thinking like, okay, that's cool that we're dropping something, but it's like, what are we gonna drop it on? I mean, did that hit you guys like an anvil right when we were working on the episodes? Like, what are we gonna drop it on? Like, we can't just drop it on grass.
That's a good
kinda
point.
lame.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I didn't even.
Yeah, we were just so excited about the Tesseract.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that either.
Yeah, no, that's
It works out fantastic.
Random side note, Lee. By the way, here's a tip for tech for Lee.
Yo!
Thanks, Jason.
There it
Thanks,
is.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
We got the best community ever.
We
Oh,
do,
man.
We
I
got-
love that.
They're cool people.
Yeah, we got to do that yesterday, and the evening was coming down, the
Mhm.
storm was rolling in, and there was a tank out there, the Flak Panzer.
The
And
flag.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the
there-
carnage from the
there's
Flag
a-
Panther.
there's-
Oh, dude.
Spoiler alert: there's a hole in its face.
Yes. And I'm bringing donuts. Josh gets donuts next
Yeah.
week.
Oh,
A dozen
yeah.
donuts.
Did you hit it
I hit it.
first try?
I hit it.
No.
No,
Okay.
no.
No.
Best 2 out of 3, and thank God for number 3.
Hey,
Number three,
listen
yes.
here though, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because as you all know, we've had some issues dropping things where we want them to fall
Yeah,
in the past.
I'm terrible at.
But no, not anymore.
Yeah, we hit.
I mean, you
well,
hit
Well,
it.
let's just
there's
say
more to the
we
story,
had,
though.
We had to modify the technique
Yeah.
Okay.
a lot.
Hey, don't
Oh,
think B-52
Yeah,
bomber. Think like more of a kamikaze style.
Well,
Mhm.
we harness the spirit of how we always attack tanks. Like, remember the A-10?
Yes.
You try to hit them, right?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
literally
So,
like centimeters.
I can't wait for you to see this 360 footage because we may have gotten closer.
Oh,
It was
man.
yes, it was nice.
But the best part is it didn't hit the ground and bounce into the tank.
no.
No.
It went into the tank and it made the tank bottom glow.
Oh yeah, that was the best part.
It was really good. And we're telling you guys this because you can, insider information. For,
Yeah.
Yes.
For thank you
For the
coming
59 people that are here.
hearing
Okay.
through our technical
Yeah.
difficulties. But it was a special moment, and that twin boom version of the Flurkin is amazing.
Bomb.
Now, how do you think that that's going to scale down
I
to?
think even better.
Oh yeah,
I think it's going to fly faster and smoother.
and that's
So-
going to go off of the budget Bs.
No, those
Where
are
we
going to
gonna
actually
go?
go off of Twin F's. The
Oh, yeah?
2500 kV 3
Yeah,
cell. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it's going to be. So
Nice.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe in the video we explained this, but when we designed the Flurkin, the reason for the kick out and the kick where it kicks back and out was to put either the potential of 2 motors in the front or 1 in the back.
Mhm.
And with the twin boom variant, that whole kit that we cut out was actually drawn for the original one. We just blew it up
Nice.
and we got her testing out with the big one. But
It's like putting the cells on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like making the Flurkin a P38
Yeah.
with a high tail, so it's really it's a beautiful thing to look at, and it flies like a sea duck. It'll really mess with people's minds when you come out to the field with a
Yeah.
twin boom Flurkin, because everything about it seems so beautiful and wrong at the same time.
Yeah, right.
You should see the paint job on this one
Oh, so sick.
is amazing.
It's
Probably my favorite.
I have to honest. We've seen a lot of paint in the past.
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's in top 3 for sure. If not top, I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly where it lands, but it's in the top 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris, I said, what is a Tesseract?
Tesseract.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Maybe
got
we
to.
should share that.
So,
So he's kind of like with
kinda like
with
you.
Marvel
what you
that
are
I am with Star Wars.
Exactly.
So
So
that's all right.
So the whole thing that started the whole thing with the Flurkin was in the Marvel movies, Avengers, Captain America, and stuff. There's these Infinity Stones.
Yes.
Well, one of the earliest movies in Marvel was the Captain America, which I love that guy.
Mhm.
He's the man.
He
Captain America.
the original Captain America had the original Tesseract kind of
Yeah.
come into play, and that was ultimately swallowed up in later movies, I believe, it was Captain Marvel. Wasn't it Captain Marvel?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were up in the spaceship, and
Yeah, yeah,
there's
right.
this fuzzy little cat that's not a cat; it's called a Flurkin.
Yeah, its
And-
name was Goose.
His name was Goose. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is really
It's
timely
Goose.
with Top Gun right now. Huh?
Yes.
Goose.
But
Have
ultimately,
you seen it yet?
I have not.
Oh dang.
the fluffy cat, which is ultimately responsible for the eye scratch on what's his
Nick
name?
Fury.
Nick Fury. Thank you.
Mhm.
I almost called him Nicolas Cage.
Oh please
I, need,
don't.
I need more coffee, dude. That would have
Yes.
been really funny.
Right.
Scratching people
I
fall
think
along.
Samuel L. Jackson would have come here and cussed you out.
I think he would have, and rightfully so.
Samuel L.
So, long story
Yeah.
short, the cat was not a cat; it was a Flurkin.
Flurkin, which
So-
is yeah. It's kind of one of those things like you got to see the movie
Yeah,
And
but
the Tesseract is
it's like a cube.
it's a glowing cube
of energy,
massive energy.
massive,
crazy.
which actually comes. It's one of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, it's one of the Infinity
Right.
Stones.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's the really terribly shared history, Chris.
Right.
But in the end scenes of Captain America, when he's battling in this really cool airplane that ultimately crashes and freezes in,
Mhm.
the Tesseract kind of like melts through the airplane into the ocean.
Yeah.
And we decided just to kind of emulate the whole
Melting
Red Skull,
through, yeah.
awesome paint job with a lot of the fan art shows winter camo.
Yeah.
And so, spoiler alert, it looks so good.
It
Oh,
looks
it looks
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah, so,
Did Dave paint that? You paint that? Was it a team effort?
No, it was definitely a team effort. 90% of it was done through David and Michael.
sick.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
They
it was
did a
good.
great
all,
job.
All I had to do is like, let's make it winter camo, and then I had to run.
I'll tell you what,
Put
you
the
know,
work on them.
we know that David is, a genius when it comes to
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But I love seeing, not only do I love
Mhm.
seeing you and David working together, I love seeing Michael and David
Oh
working
my
together.
God, yeah.
Because Michael, if he just is like a sponge, he can just absorb all of that wisdom.
Yeah. Proud papa moment on my side is just witnessing that too, and just
Yeah.
seeing how Dave pours into not just my son but everyone around him.
Oh,
yeah,
There's
for sure.
nothing
100%.
in his heart or mind that he won't share with enthusiasm. So, and then seeing Michael just take after it. And previous to that, this weekend we were painting the B-17.
Oh man,
And,
there's been so much going on.
This starting from this week last time.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. I mean, because we had the whole poor live where I was trying to tap in, but we had the storm and
Yeah.
we
Yep.
couldn't show you
Mhm.
guys I guess you guys got a lot of funny stills of my face.
Oh man, it
We had a
was
few from what I saw.
Just
right.
a few. But the B-17 is now painted, and a huge thank you to Travis.
Mm.
And Travis, I pronounce your name wrong every single time. I'm just
Travis the
Sh-
man.
Travis, the man, painter man.
Travis Charbonneau.
Charbonneau.
I guess I don't feel so bad about getting it wrong. I have to look at it every time.
Charbonneau.
So Travis Charbonneau, this actually transpired from a podcast. So talk about full circle. Travis and Elise got to meet them at Flite Test.
Yeah.
Just amazing humans. And
Yeah.
I remember feeling really weird walking away because I was like, we're going to become the best of friends. I'm like, that probably came on too strong. I hope they still like me because they're so cool and I just want to be friends with them. I remember that conversation just clear as day.
Yes.
And Travis reached out and said, "Hey, I can help you with the paint job." And
Yeah, he was actually here at Wings Over Edgewater.
He was.
Yeah.
He camped out for a day, and then he, I believe, stayed through the week and then showed up on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had to get the plane put in primer and get it ready for paint. This gentleman is an amazing artist. I mean,
Oh man,
it humbled me and getting to be around him and seeing what he does. So, by the way, if you guys ride motorcycles, need a helmet airbrushed, this gentleman is the guy to do it. I got all his handles in the video. We're going to release his handles because please, 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 if you have anything you need to have airbrushed and you want it to be super duper awesome, this is the guy to go to.
You know, I should have asked him
Travis.
if he like does like art for tattoos and stuff.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about tattoos.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
But
You
Travis,
probably could.
I'm
yeah.
sure he could. Yeah.
It's more at TC Concepts LLC. So Tango Charlie Concepts LLC is where you guys can see his work, and his specialty is Harleys. I love motorcycles.
I don't have a Harley,
I'm
but-
scared to get on a Harley, but I love motorcycles. But wow,
You love motorcycles?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
yeah, I'm just too scared to get on them.
Oh, I have a motorcycle. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You have a motorcycle currently?
I do. It's in the garage at the church.
Did you know that?
I have not known this.
I could see him on a motorcycle.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, I just don't have time.
TC Concepts. There it is. Flite Test Live.
I just
Oh,
popped it
perfect.
There.
Oh no. Yeah.
Thank you. But so anyway, you guys are in for a treat because what we normally do with paint and planes looks good.
Mm-hmm.
This is on a whole nother level.
Next step.
Next step. I mean, it's not something you got to stand 10 feet away from to appreciate. You can put your nose on it and you'll walk away. Like I caught myself just walking around and sitting down while I was talking to him, sitting in different parts, just taking it in almost like you were looking at an art piece. You know, you just kind of stand and get lost in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It was.
have we shared the name of the plane yet, or are we not going to do that?
No, we can. I think we have, but there's nothing wrong with sharing it now because it's a for a community member too. Go for it.
Boom.
Actually, it's bomb.
But it goes boom.
Bomb boogie.
No, it's from our friend Adam Drain.
Adam
correct?
Drain. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Which is pretty awesome.
Adam Drain's grandfather flew. Adam, correct me if you're in here. He flew in or flew on Bomb Boogie. I don't know if he's a pilot or a crew member. With this B-17, 99 missions.
Wow.
Dang.
Just think about that.
That's a lot of
99
missions. That's a
missions.
lot of missions.
Yeah. So truly an amazing story with obviously amazing people. And I hope I don't sound offensive saying this. A lot of people when they gravitate towards a certain B-17, they think of the what is Memphis Belle.
Memphis
you know,
Belle,
the
yeah.
classic ones have been shared in movies, and it's wonderful. But there's some every plane that flew has an amazing story.
I like this one just because of not only the story but the color scheme. I like this color scheme better than like a
Yeah.
Memphis Belle.
Yeah, we did go olive drab with it, and it's simple but really well balanced.
Yeah.
You know, just beautiful. And what Travis did is he actually took the Bomb Boogie, and back then they would hand paint that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put a decal or stencil and stuff. He went ahead and we cut out the outer part, and then he hand brushed it in, and then he went back. And have you ever seen pinstripers?
No, I was watching him. He had his right hand with the one, and he had his other hand. I mean, it was amazing just watching
And
him.
he's holding a conversation while he's doing it too,
Oh, yeah.
which is like
So what are
nuts.
you gonna? Yeah. So what do you having for dinner?
Yeah.
let's do it with-
yeah,
That's exactly what
and
it was.
So it was really cool because I was like, hey, do you want me to make this thing for this? And he's like, no, I really want to hand paint that. I want to keep it just like that.
That's
And,
awesome.
That's awesome.
And there's lots of content that he gave where it's tips and tricks. So you guys can take what we did with Memphis Belle. Oh my gosh, Bomb Boogie, the B-17, and apply that to your own models.
That's great.
Nice.
That's legit.
So really, now I'm figuring out why we're so tired.
Oh yeah, no, it's been crazy.
it also
And-
could be the paint fumes. That could
Yeah,
be.
It could be.
It was morning to night, I think, every day, and then Sunday, your daughter and my son graduated.
yes,
So
the younger ones.
the younger ones. You have one more.
Moose
I have
and
one
Mike.
more in.
And guess
Yeah.
what? We have no more.
Yes.
That's crazy.
They're all gone.
Dude,
well, not
that's-
gone. But
Yeah, but
graduated.
they're
They're
still going.
gone. Yeah.
So but thinking about too, just how exhausting it is. We're like at the peak right now.
Yeah.
We're coming up to the peak of our exhaustion because we got Flite Fest right around the corner, and we're getting ramped up for that. And I see there's a question. Click on Rick up there. He says, "Can I come? Can I come to Flite Fest early to help set up Tuesday store?" Okay, so any volunteers, you got to get a hold of Eddie Black. Eddie Black is our volunteer coordinator, and he takes care of all of that. I mean, all of it. So if you're wanting to show up to help, please coordinate with him, because what happens in the past is that people show up to quote unquote help, and they're just in the way.
Not saying that you're one of those people, though.
Not
Please
saying you are.
don't
No.
think that.
What I'm saying is, and just coordinate with him, because we do have a lot of people that want to come in early.
Yeah.
And what we're encouraging them is to come here to Edgewater if you want to come in early, and then registration for Flite Fest opens on Wednesday, I think around 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and there's really no flying before that.
Well,
So-
there's no
Yeah.
flying.
But if you do want to come early, you're absolutely right. Edgewater is open. There's a restaurant there. That would be where you could land and fly and have fun.
Well, and if you're making the trip, I mean, a long trip,
Yeah.
To Flite Fest, why not 10 minutes? Literally, it's 10 minutes up the road from Fury Field. Come out and see where we hang out.
Yeah, see what you made possible.
Yeah.
Come
For sure.
fly. Come fly with
Come
the
fly with us.
So please, that's perfect. And Flite Fest is going to be truly, I think, one of the most special events. We have more coming into this event than I think we ever have in the history of Flite Fest. I'm trying to think back, because we did workshops one time, but I think this is maybe there's not as many different workshops, but there's a whole nother level of organization and experiences to be had.
Yeah. So let's start with STEM.
Yeah.
So and I think that we could really focus in on a lot of Flite Fest stuff today, because come next week, this time, we're going to be days away, and people are already made up their minds if they're going or not. So with STEM, we have the STEM tent that last year there was a lot that was done in the STEM tent. I think this year it's like on steroids. So the STEM tent's a little bit bigger area, and the workshops that are being done in the STEM tent, and then the builds that are being done, that whole schedule is up on the website, and it's from the beginning of the day. So when it opens up till it closes, it's full.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just the STEM tent. Then we have Peter Schriepel come in,
Yep.
and he's doing some crazy world record stuff.
Yeah, and I just talked to him. His motors still have not arrived. So
no!
I was like, because we're gonna be collaborating with Peter. Last year he made a 50 motor airplane fly, and he's like, it has to fly longer, and of course he has to double the number. So his goal is to do a 100 motor airplane, and just let that sink in for a second.
It's a lot of motors.
100. So
100
and
motors.
they haven't arrived yet.
They haven't arrived yet,
And he's
So,
supposed to be coming up here next week, right?
I believe so. Yeah, like the 18th, 19th.
Oh,
So
my
yeah, there's
goodness.
gonna be a lot of. I mean, but in typical fashion, all works out. Right?
It does.
So, but that's a 30-foot airplane he's planning on building. What we're going to be doing is using our hot wire foam factory foam cutters and doing the wings and the tail and stuff. So it's a lot more like big pieces coming together. Also, safety factor goes up. We'll have a controlled, I don't know how you say, strong controlled wings.
Yeah. Well, last year, they were kind of janky. Nothing. I mean, they were just huge and
just a lot of foam board. Foam board goes up to a certain size, but it was really cool to see. But this is what he wants to do: is get this thing flying early in Flite Fest, and that's why we're helping him with some of the pre-assemblies, and then ultimately fly it into combat.
That would be amazing.
Oh my goodness!
He's designing it also to be a 3-channel, because last year when it took off, do you remember how when he rolled with the ailerons, it actually caused the opposite direction to go because it just warped the wings?
Yeah.
Well,
I was chasing it on the golf cart. I remember that.
You were.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We got some good footage
We
on
did.
that.
We got some amazing footage.
Then it went into soybeans.
This year, he's going to be doing it much more like his ultralight, which is a high dihedral and then just rudder and elevator, which simplifies everything, makes it really nice.
Nice.
And
Because he was using differential thrust last year for the yaw.
he had differential thrust, and he had no rudder. He just had elevator and aileron.
Yeah.
Now he'll have rudder, elevator, and differential thrust, which is really going to help make sure it turns.
Yeah, that's great.
So Peter's looking to break, I would say it's safe to say, the world record of the most motors on an airplane. I think that was last year too. Then we have these monstrous airplanes coming from not only Flite Test, but from our community members.
Oh man, yeah.
We got Ben Harbor, 24-foot C-47. That's
Yeah.
going to be out flying and on display. We have
Jason.
McQuiston's, and I want to say it's every bit of 20 foot.
I don't know.
Jason, if
18 or 20?
18 to 20 foot.
It's pretty big.
It's a half scale
Yeah.
World War I biplane, and I'm going to forget the name of the biplane. It's like a Bristol or something. We'll have Meglacy, which is our red, white, and blue
Meglacy.
monster, which is so much fun to fly. And then we'll have the 20-foot B-17. And that's just what we know of now. So there'll be STEM going on with activities. There'll be these big monsters not only on display but actively flying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the great folks at FPV Freedom Coalition.
Yep.
And every aspect of FPV, which stands for first person view, is going to be not only out on display, but also experiences and knowledge base that you can gain from it. So if you're interested in the freestyle, guess what? You'll be able to learn about freestyle. If you're interested in racing, it'll be there. If you're looking to fly race wings like the new Millennium Flurkin, it'll be there.
Yeah, so, I mean, another cool thing as well is in the build tents, there's going to be areas that we're going to set aside that if you have a box of parts and say, hey, I don't know how the FPV stuff goes together, there's going to be someone there to help with that, which I think is a huge thing for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
They just don't know where to start. I've got all this cool stuff. I just don't know what to do with it.
Work it.
Yep.
Yeah, how to work it.
Yeah, and Joshua Orchard mentioned Dawn Patrol.
Dawn
That's
Patrol. That's going to be
a lot of
awesome.
fun.
With the Scout XL.
Yeah, basically it's Josh chime in on this. I forget the percentage size. It's like
155, I think it is.
Yeah, it's fifth scale.
Oh, okay. It's 155%.
It's some kind of it's a size. It's like 1.3, 1.6 meters somewhere around there.
I get you. Yeah.
Josh, help me out with that one. Let's see.
And it's like 60 inches. Or
yeah,
58?
roughly 60 inch airplane.
1/6 scale.
1/6 scale. Thank you,
There
Jason.
it is.
And what's going to happen there is they're World War aircraft, and then early in the morning they'll send them all up. And a lot of community members, Jason, you're one of them, are designing incredible World War I planes.
Oh man, yeah.
And then for the people that maybe want to participate but they don't want to design a plane or don't have time to design a plane, the Scout XL was both released as a speedboat kit and also free downloadable plans that you can get into, and it's perfect. I mean, it's frankly now what we're training off of on Thursday nights, which is wonderful. It's a really easy build, easy fly. It does everything from aerobatics to just general flying.
Yeah. My 5-year-old son flies it.
like
I don't
have you flown it?
I have not flown it.
I'm telling you,
I need
me
to fly.
neither.
We'll make that happen.
Oh, Josh Orchard said we have a third scale camel coming in.
Third camel.
How many humps?
3.
3 humps. 1.
It was
1
great.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. Last was it a little over a week ago? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago we had the Wings Over Edgewater. It was great seeing Josh out there. A lot of community members came out, and his designs and builds are just
cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. They're
Absolutely
sick.
gorgeous.
They do really well.
Yep.
Here's
So
a
how-
random question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about putting a 2212 1000 kV motor on a Flurkin?
On a 9-inch.
Yeah, go 4 for sure. Put it on a 9-inch, and it'll run really efficient. You won't get the power from the budget Bs. I think those are 1250 kV. But 1000 kV will be absolutely fine. Even on a 3-cell, you'll be able to fly it. You just won't have vertical.
Mhm.
You'd just be kind of cruising around real gentle. But it'll balance good, and on a 4-cell, it'll fly really good.
Boom.
That's actually what that's close to the motors that we were testing the other day.
Yeah, the
They-
budget line that we're working on.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
That
yeah.
I'm
Because they were
I'm excited about
980.
those.
Yeah.
Those will be really cool.
Yeah, and our radial B motor is I believe 1050. Does that sound about right? I think it's 1050.
That sounds about right.
And,
yeah.
and yeah, it flies fine. Just go 4-cell. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
So what else we got going on here? So he's going on his 23rd anniversary. We got
Flite Fest preparation is
all that Flite Fest prep.
and then we've got we're kind of in that we're in the zone because we got Flite Fest, then we go into a STEM camp, then we go into Oshkosh, then we go into Mall of America, then we go into vacation. And then Wings at Work when we come back in September. So-
this summer is going to be a blur, but it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, and we're meeting so many new people. We're getting to meet some of the people out in our community already, but expand our community. The folks at the EAA, that's a big one. With the connection we've made there, then we also have some NCAT, the college. It's what is it? North
Community
Autonomous Technology.
Really nice
Yes.
people there.
Awesome people. Yeah, awesome people. And so we got that. What the next gen?
Next Gen is is the Next Gen Aviators is the people that EAA work with to essentially inspire people through actual flight, but also having hands-on learning as well. And they're looking at possibly bringing in FT STEM to make that a reality, which is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff there. So check them out as well. Yeah.
And that's another thing you brought up, FT STEM. We're expanding that and looking for STEM reps.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm happy. And boy, it seems like in the podcast, think about how many different people have come out of the woodwork to help us, whether it's the B-17 events. We need your help in a big way too. We mentioned before, STEM is near and dear to our heart in a big way, and we're pouring so much into it. We need STEM sales reps. Because it's not a matter of having solutions anymore. It's a matter of getting those solutions into schools.
For sure.
And Trevor is just doing an amazing job. We need more people that have connections. So if you're a STEM rep, if you're familiar, if you're a STEM salesman where you go from school to school already, and you're looking for an amazing product, we need your help getting this to schools. Because it's more than just obviously moving product. It is really changing people's lives.
Yeah, and for sure. And another thing to think about too, as a STEM rep, you don't. Yes, we want exactly what Josh said in some people, but there are others that can be just as effective. What we really wanted are individuals that they capture the vision of Flite Test. Because as you know, I mean, we're kind of crazy and we're not polished. Right? But they capture the vision of what we want to do is impact people, and they are willing to work with us. And you might not have a education background. The guy we interviewed the other day doesn't have an education background, but he has a sales background and a community
management background as well.
Right. So I think they're different people can make up that team.
You're absolutely right. Thanks for bringing clarity on that too. It's this going into schools is not just a package experience or curriculum for schools. This is something that the kids can take home to their families, and it becomes a tool to connect. And it's really hard to just to express how important that is.
Yeah, I mean, and they can not only take it home, but just think about the clubs that are out there. Even if we had a rep that could infiltrate clubs with our STEM that could be used for them. So it's not just not just
schools, etc.
Because we're actively doing summer camps. We're actively doing and
homeschooling.
A gentleman just Matthew asked, and by the way, Crash, thank you for the kind words. You're absolutely welcome, brother. Matthew asked about Mall of America.
Yes, Mall of America. That's we're working through NCAT with that. It's for us. It'll be more of a brand extension, I would say, getting to a little bit different or newer audience that may not already have known about what we're currently doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, and if you look up Experience STEAM on the ncat.org, I think it's .org. If you go to ncat.org and look at Experience STEAM, or if you just if you look at our YouTube, I know that I've posted some links there. You can see it's the 30th anniversary of the Mall of America. It's in August.
10th through the 14th.
Yes, 10th through the 14th of August. It's a huge, they're going to like a STEAM carnival. STEAM, they put the A in there for arts. But we are doing a booth there where we'll have interaction with people. We're doing a flying demonstration, which Josh will be doing the flying demonstration. But the big thing, no, I'll be doing a crashing demonstration. But the big thing we're doing 4 different workshops. We're doing two student workshops and then 2 educator workshops throughout that period of time.
And that's going to be around, I believe, the Easy Line.
Yeah. So in the Tenant Light. Yeah. So there's going to be a student workshop for the Easy Line, and then there'll be another one for the Tenant Light. And then the educator is going to be a combination of both. So it'll be the Easy Line and the Tenant Light going through.
Wrapped up together.
Yep.
gonna be great.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And if you're up in the area,
Mhm.
obviously come out, check everything out. Come say hi. Obviously the guys would love to hang out and say hello and see you guys there. So
Yes.
because we're not always up in that region. The only time we're ever up in that region really is for Oshkosh.
But that's so Mall America's in Minnesota. Oshkosh is in Wisconsin.
Correct.
You just got to keep on driving.
But
Keep on,
in that similar area,
Yeah.
we're not really up that north that often. So
No.
we'll be up north twice in a matter of weeks, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Well, yeah, we need to get you on one of these road trips.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Our good friends at Road Adventures helped us out in a big way with both Oshkosh
Yeah.
and
Road
and,
Adventures
and Mall of America too.
by Mark Wahlberg.
So,
That's a great
Road
one.
Adventures by Mark Wahlberg. No, they're great. They were originally Nef Bros. You
Mhm.
guys have probably remembered those of you who have ever been to Flite Fest and gotten RV for Flite Fest. I always think of Baloo when I think of Nef
Oh,
Bros because he
yeah.
was always doing that thing. Love you, Blue. Wish you could come this year.
Yes.
But yeah, if you have an RV need, not only for Flite Fest, but just like in general throughout the year, we're gonna be partnering with them. But definitely check out Road Adventures by Mark Wahlberg. There's a couple links. There's one on the forum actually. There's a forum banner we have on there right now. You can go check that out.
So,
I
hey-
did want to make mention to Jason's real quick here. Have you broken the border yet with STEM? Any Canadian STEM reps yet? Which I don't know if that's the thing we've done.
No, we haven't, and we're open for it. So
The good news is the curriculum hits the standards. I believe it
Right.
hits standards for U.S., Canada.
it's
Europe.
the ISTE,
Yeah.
International Science Technology.
I
Something.
thought that was international safety standard.
No.
There's another like
Oh,
that.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
OSHA as well.
OSHA, yeah.
All
Oh,
the
man.
standards. All the standards.
So hey, go up to
Yes.
crash mode. Thank you so
Right here?
much. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring this up real
Yeah.
quick, just because crash mode. He's one that he asked about that 2212.
Mhm.
He said, "I've got a motor in my spare Benz." Hey, God bless you, by the way. But he said, "I've got a motor in my spare Benz." I think it's awesome, and I think it's worth mentioning just how those spare bins are important and how the power packs that you have designed because that's something that you guys are going to see a big campaign on this, because I think it's really important that we bring to light why we have power packs. They're not just specific for one plane. They're meant to go in different planes and everything.
Yeah.
So
So the theme of a lot of the planes we design is around common motor brackets. The power packs fits beautifully where the experience we're promising is the experience you're going to get. The neat thing about what you just talked about with the different motors and stuff is there's people on our forums that can say, yeah, this is a good motor for this, or this is a good motor for that. Our power packs are really developed to make sure that all the stress that I remember in my early days of getting in the hobby, especially with electric, the soldering, the bullet connectors. Oh my gosh, this connector doesn't match up with this connector, and et cetera, and et cetera, et cetera, is all answered. One of the biggest hurdles people get when they get in the hobby is in the line of electronics. They can watch the video, they can fold together the airplane, they can glue it together. But the second it comes to start dropping in those electronics, it's like, I'm out of here.
right.
Yeah.
And that just breaks my heart. So, that's just the theme around power packs, where one power pack, say if it's power pack A, that can fly 15 different airplanes and they can go from one plane to the other. And that is really the most expensive thing you have. Our specific power packs, the radio line specifically, lifetime exchange warranty. So if you can break those suckers, you pay the shipping, you send it in, and we send you a new motor.
Yep.
And that's because they're made with really, really good parts. I mean, the shafts are hardened tungsten. Is that what it was? Not titanium.
I think
it's
right.
a crazy hardened shaft.
It's a hard shaft.
Let's just say that we built them so we knew that we wouldn't be replacing them a lot. The bigger motors, the Bs and the Cs, they're actually serviceable. So say you like bury it into a pile of dirt or mud at Flite Fest, you can literally pop your motor off, you unscrew the back screw, and the whole belt comes. You rinse it, clean it, put it back together. So we really want it to be a motor that lasts forever. But you'll also see, like what you mentioned, the 2212 1000 kV motor. We can't give support and say this is perfect for this application, but our community is absolutely phenomenal with saying, oh, if you have this motor, put it on this. If you have that motor, put it on that.
Yeah.
And the general rule of thumb is there's a couple main things you want to look at. If you look at the size of the motor, say 2212, but that 2212 has a 2000 kV rating, You can't put a 9-inch prop on it and expect it to last very long.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to smoke that sucker. If it has 1,000 kV rating, similar to what we have, it'll fit the props and stuff. I see a lot of people that get in the hobby early on. Maybe they get a Banggood motor or something, and they'll get like a similar size of what we have, but the kV is completely different. And what will happen is you have either a motor that burns up immediately or a motor that doesn't produce enough power, and it causes issues. So I think, was that kind of what you're asking
so
about?
The moral of your story right there is KV is more important than the size, right?
KV has so much to do with prop size.
Yeah. Okay.
You could have a low KV motor on a low KV on a very small motor and swing a prop that's bigger than a big motor with a very high KV. But it all comes down to the specs.
Well, and that's that was part of the question, and the other part was the focus on our power packs specific for aircraft that can be utilized in multiple aircraft.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the brackets, right?
Right.
Those power packs go into a bracket of airplanes.
Yeah.
So you're not using it just for one airplane. You're using it for 8, 10, 12.
Lee, you and Noah partnered up, and I'm so happy that you guys have gotten this over the finish line here. But there's a vision video now that's been shot for each power pack. And what you'll see is if I was going to go from A's all the way to C's, I'll try to do as quick as possible. Our Mighty Mini line, anything that's small. The A is like the beginner experience. And the F, which is the next step up motor for the minis, is like the advanced high speed experience. We even have an F special edition coming out that is built for 3-cell, but absolutely ridiculous ballistic. So if you want to fly like a Arrow or the Millennium Flurkin or a lot of these other airplanes, this motor, it's a race quad motor.
Yeah,
is ridiculous. So you have a beginner experience and an advanced experience in the smalls. Then you jump up to our B's and C's and you have that exact same thing. You have the beginner experience and then the advanced experience in the larger aircraft, which is roughly 1.3 meters around that area. Now, the neat thing about this also, though, is our B's and our A's are also 4-cell capable as long as you go down in prop size.
Right.
Even our C's are, of course. But whenever you go up a cell, you go down an inch in prop. That gives the B the ability, like say you're flying a simple stick and you're learning on the simple stick and you want to get a little bit more power. You just go to a 4-cell, go down an inch on the prop, and suddenly you have more power than our original C's had. So you can make that grow. And then the same thing with our C's. You can have a very sporty airplane like a Mustang, but then go to 4-cell, go down an inch in prop, and then you have just ridiculous power.
Ballistic Mustang.
So,
ballistic.
Yeah. So there's a beginner experience and an advanced experience for the minis. That's A and F, and then there's a beginner and an advanced experience for the bigger airplanes. And now our XLs run off of the 2814, and you just go 3 or 4-cell, and it's 3-cell is unlimited vertical, even on the Scout XL.
Yeah.
And if you go 4-cell, you go down an inch, and that's what we're flying our Mega Flurkin off of. It's 2 of those.
Crazy.
So I hope that helped you. And I
Yep.
love seeing people recycle electronics and go into their bins. And thank you also for your support with the FTCA.
Yeah. Yep.
It means a lot.
Pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. On that same note, Jonathan was mentioning stock Power Pack C with 9-inch prop will smoke on 4S. Sell a Power Pack C 4S kit with smaller props.
Shouldn't. Is that the radio line, Jonathan?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
We're always interested.
We've done
to know.
some very, very bad things with the stuff. Now you do. Now one thing though, if you're flying, because John, I believe you do a lot of warbirds. You need to let air go into the fuselage and out of the fuselage. That's really, really important. So say you're doing some master series, you got to make sure that there's ventilation, air movement going across both the motor and the ESC.
Yeah, he said that's the radio motor. But the airflow is
so if you cup it, and in a lot of our designs, what you'll see is on the back part of the fuselage, you'll see an oval cut. And that's so actually air can go inside and then escape out the back end.
He says guilty.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to say this, please. If you go 4-cell, go 9-inch on the C's. But I was testing them out with 10 inches. And then frankly, I'm not full throttle all the time.
Yeah.
I just keep a 10-inch.
Yeah.
And I just make sure there's good ventilation. Guess what? It works great. So you're pushing on 35 amp ESC. You're pushing it closer to 40. But Joke is that we pushed it up to 50. So
we were doing some bad stuff yesterday to
Yeah.
the new motor.
we try to underrate everything.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I love you, brother. Yeah, Need for Speed.
Need for Speed.
Yeah. I want to Need for Speed.
Yes.
I want to make a quick note to this. This is a kind of three-part.
Okay.
Reese Davis said that a few months ago he introduced a plan for FT STEM camp to a local technical college here in West Virginia.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And then information finally made it to the right people, looking for easy basics bundles, those kinds of things, etc. And at this point, which I can confirm that did come into an actual order process from West Virginia.
Okay.
And then he mentions this at the end. He says, but community can go a long way, which is exactly what we're trying to get at when we talk about STEM, when we talk about STEM reps, when we talk about anything that we're pretty much doing here. Like we, first of all, we wouldn't be here without our community, right? Secondly, whenever we need help, it feels like someone's there to help and respond.
And we need help a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's true. Probably more than most people, actually. But no, Reese, thank you for making note of that and for just making that connection for us.
And looking at that comment, he says, I don't know if the order fell through. I think, though, something, this is just a note. Our Easy Basics bundle includes the freighter in it.
Right.
And we've had some issues with China and the shipping of that. So we do have more of those coming in, but there has been a lull where we sold out of the freighter and then all of these shipping issues or whatever. So that is coming back. Hopefully we can help resolve that kind of stuff.
I think a lot of those schools, what we just did is the basics bundle is the freighter and then the first flyers, easy first flyers. We just have it sans freighter. And it's worked for a lot of people, but
I mean, the big thing is just looking at you can go Project Easy, like the jets, and I think that that is definitely a solution to that because you can use the same curriculum. The curriculum you have to modify just a little bit because it does have a lot of the freighter in it. But that's not going to be a problem here before too long.
Though.
Yeah,
but thanks, Reese, once again.
Yep.
Like I said, to our community, we really appreciate all of the effort and the work and the time and just the love that you've shown us. We definitely don't deserve it by any means, but we really appreciate it. So just wanted to make note to that.
Are you trying to wrap us up? Is that what you're saying?
We're awesome. Our community is awesome.
Oh, our community is awesome.
They are.
I can't wait till Flite Fest. So.
We are at 47 minutes, which is a little longer than we normally go, but it's an anniversary day. So.
Right.
One last thing I want to loop around, especially around the EZs. And this was done for the first time in Flite Fest history last year. I think thanks to you and Trevor. But we had an experience that was designed where a lot of people would talk. Say you're coming to Flite Fest. Say, hey, come with me, family. Oh, well, I don't know how to fly, and I don't want to have to buy a pilot pass and get this and get that and jump through those hurdles. The easy experience in the STEM tent, we have a whole flying area.
A separate flight line.
And you don't have to buy a pilot pass to do the easy line. You don't have to do the there's a couple. Well, obviously, $200 to $300 to get your radio and everything. You're in it for under $65.
It depends on which.
Depending on which kit model you do, then you get to learn. And then there's a little flying area that's kind of peaceful and easy to navigate, I guess you could say, all set up just for you. So whether you're, if your family members have any intimidation about like, I don't want to go out here and I want to learn to fly, but I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to have to, do these things. There's a spot for you now.
Yeah.
And it was amazing how smooth it went. I mean, it was to see young and old alike learning about the STEM, but also going through that experience. I hope I'm saying everything correctly, but that's here this year. So if anyone has any hiccups about coming, let them know that bit of information that they can actively fly, they can have success, they can build, and there's a spot set aside for them before they get up to the crazy chaos that is known as Flite Test. They can take all that in as entertainment, but then they can do it in a very approachable way.
Oh
yeah. I mean, Gray said my 5-year-old flies the easy line, and he's 5. But whether you're 5 or 55 or 85, these things you can fly them. Like you can build them and you can fly them, which is amazing.
For sure.
And I'm a terrible builder, and I can fly.
Amen. Amen.
So it's all
good.
12.
You guys are right. I just saw a comment for the 2814 for the Scout XL. We're doing 1245 props on a 3-cell.
Yep.
Great power, great efficiency. Everything just runs cool as a cucumber.
Yep. Jason's having a tough time finding it up in
Oh, man.
Canada, it looks like.
Yeah, we got them on our store, brother, but I know the shipping's always hard in Canada.
Yeah.
But it's a small package if you need one.
Hey, did you see Sponzi a little bit earlier said that he may be flying into Oshkosh
I wanted
with
to make mention of
Keegan?
that.
Oh,
Boom,
that
look at
is
this.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been taking him to Oshkosh every year since he was 6 months old. And Keegan is now, what, 21, 22, something like that. So,
Yeah.
like, that's a long time. This will be a first.
That's
to
a
get to
dad
fly.
moment right there.
That's huge.
To have
Oh,
the
man.
child that you took to
Yes.
experience flying you in.
I can't
That
wait.
is the name of the game.
Yes.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah.
That is
Just-
why Flight Test
We're
exists.
gonna take a little bottle. We're gonna put it in there. We're gonna put the lid on. And we're
Yep.
gonna hold that.
Boom.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great note to end on.
I think
Yep.
it is
I
too.
do too.
People, do that. If you can do that, you're gonna have a great life.
Yes.
That's what we want. It's exactly
Yes.
how we want it. So.
Love it. That's the words of wisdom. Be like Keegan and Dan.
That's right. That's it.
Love it.
Thanks for winning. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with
Yeah.
us and chatting and asking questions and
Yeah.
enjoying time. Josh, it's time for you to get on out of here and
Definitely.
enjoy.
I am going to hug and kiss
stuff.
my amazing bride.
Do
Yes.
it.
Love it. And love you guys. Talk
Love
to you
guys.
later.
Catch you later. Peace. And hey, thanks Jeff Poole for the donation, man.
Yeah,
You're the
thank you,
man.
brother.
Appreciate it, buddy. See you guys later.
See you.